What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Cyber Knight's Flashpoint. We are pretty early on in our Cyber Knighting career, 1.36 power level. We've got a Bodyguard mission for Dance Hall, our Wireghost, and tooltip fixes are in. We're getting the 20% baseline influence, so one more mission for her, and we get our first limit break. That'll be kind of nice. We've got the Dealmaker double, we already bought the Matrix Snoop, and we're going to go ahead and run the primary team, looking for under 10 turns for the 50,000 credits, United Digitals rather, and we got a Bodyguard to take care of. Let's do it. We're just in short. We're in just short of enemy contact. Meet Keldon, your charge for the evening. Keep him close. All our pay hinges on Keldon's survival. But if he goes down, there's a kill switch in his head. It will wipe the quantum headwear memory, so it can't fall into the wrong hands. I'm standing right here. Yeah, hope you heard that. Don't get shot. You need to deliver Keldon to an extraction point. If he gets injured, it won't cost us, but if he dies, the mission is a failure. So, welcome to Logistics Base. We've got a guard very nearby, and he's guarding a loot box, which I would like to get around. Got some decent money coming in, which is good. Got a decent amount of XP coming in. I would like to get as much loot as I can, which means, can we find a Matrix host? There's one here. And looks like it's the only Matrix host, so I'd ideally want to path through this way. You see, it turns off several things, actually. If we, would be going through these gates, it would matter. I think realistically, we're probably going to just drop a couple of these because we want to end by turn 10. The hack will take around 3 turns. Getting this is going to take me around 4 turns, so I don't have that much to spare. I think I can send somebody to grab this box and leave, but realistically, we're going to skip these 2 boxes, and that's going to be okay. Because I would rather have 50k than 2 boxes. I would say, on average, 50k is better than 2 boxes, which I'm really happy about. I am... it's one thing I felt about this game, and I'm glad it's happened. The devs have generally been buffing secondary objectives to the point where I think they are actually worth meaningfully changing how you'd approach the map around, and so or how you would approach the map, and so I'm actually very happy about that. Now, because these guards are in relatively scary positions here, I guess I can do a little bit of predicting and know. So yeah, because you're walking up, you have to be dealt with. These 2, I'm willing to see what they're going to do. You're going away, and you are not immediately threatening. So as long as we're relatively quiet, we can get this kill, turn off this camera. I'm going to try to dissolve this body, so I'm going to send my Scourge forward to dissolve, grab the loot, then leave. We're going to have the Agent EX turn off the camera, and I'm going to use Tactical Surge to make sure everyone's happy. So I'm going to delay here, I'm going to delay here. You are going to go ahead and line crawler this, and then you're going to delay back again as well. I screwed up. We needed to have people actually deal some damage, so a bit of a mistake here. There's no way I can use a shotgun reliably. I can do some decent melee weaponry, which seems at least acceptable for now. I'm getting up here anyway. The only problem is I'm going to have, pretty low, pretty few action points overall. But decent looking for a strike. Now I'm really tempted to yield so I can dissolve on this turn. The optimal for me here is being able to actually pop this and start the cooldown a bit earlier in case I want to dissolve one more body. I think that would be ideal. So I'm going to run my hacker here. Looks like no one else heard the gunfire. He's going to get spotted. Actually, if I duck, he might not get seen. So can I get... Okay. This might count as him not being seen. I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, so far so good. And then because surprise target, since this guy has not been aware, it's going to be pretty much guaranteed damage. Okay, cool. Alright, so with that done, I'm going to delay and wait for the guards to have their turn. That's going to be reasonable. We can now go for the dissolve after all. The reason to dissolve this is now the camera, when it turns back on, won't see the corpse. That opened quick. I like that. So pretty high valuable stuff overall. I mean, 25k is nice. This is going to sell for probably 10, 15k. This is probably worth 5. This is worth 3. So yeah, right. This box is worth probably close to 40, 50k. But I think it's kind of a high roll. So again, I don't expect these 2 boxes to be worth more than that. You wouldn't be able to see me if you get to here, but I'm going to yield and just be safe. No reason to push it. We can get the entire team to go delay behind these guards. You're patrolling forward. Okay, fine. Now I might want to drop this sensor as well. This camera's going to be annoying. I don't have a way around that one, so we're just going to line crawler this, and it'll just be what it'll be. I have packet loss. I probably... we're going to have to run through these laser wires. The tough... Oh, great crud. So I've probably used too many abilities now, unless we get lucky with a line crawler bounce, because I don't have any more charges of line crawler for several turns here. And that is not exactly ideal. So, yeah, we're going to run into some laser wires and be sad about it. Unless I run through the middle, which I can do. It just kind of sucks. I think I'll have to. Okay, I have to pivot because I wasted too many abilities. We're gonna go out through this way after all. We're gonna trigger a lot of devices, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna skip this room now instead, because I don't want to run through laser wires because it's gonna trigger a stress roll on my hacker, and I don't want that. So, is what it is. Mistakes were already made. If Linecrawler gets lucky, I'm fine, but I'm expecting it not to be. I'm expecting not to get lucky off Linecrawler. So you're not going very far, which is I expected. And so you can just simply run straight forward. Doesn't really matter, just click forward and that's your turn. No traps, no nothing, no big deal. 3 can hear gunfire. Actual noise range on this gun is within my like map awareness range, so as long as we think we can kill him, which I'm not sure how reliable that is. Yeah, I can never get anywhere where he can't hear the gunfire, but I am tempted to say just to play this very aggressively and say, screw it, if you hear me, you hear me. And then hope we clean him out. I'm just going to play it that way. It might be wrong, but it's highly efficient to get this much damage. Solid damage here. Yeah, I'll go for round 2 on this. Good enough. Okay, cool. So, of course, he's reporting gunfire, and I've got to clean that out. But I believe I'll be able to. So we know about 1 new guard here. Okay. I'm going to have you pop your move point buff, and I'm going to have you run... Okay, so it looks like, yeah, I can put you here, and you'll still be able to shoot. Alright, that's going to be the play then. Run you to there. We know about some more guards, but it's not a big deal. You are surprised. There's some recoil problems and whatnot. The range isn't great, but it's going to be good enough here. First shot's okay. We're just going to keep laying into him. I think getting 2 hits is about appropriate. If I get more, I'm lucky, but honestly, 2 out of 4 is fine. As long as he dies, he can't report back. I'm going to run... Yeah, if I run to here, this is, you know, playable. I don't want to run it onto the camera if I can help it. I could run to here. Going down to 1 AP is fine because the SMG can shoot with 1 AP, and that's reasonable. I would like to shoot from cover if I can, though, so I kind of want to do this. Like, waste fewer action points so I get lower recoil for higher accuracy. I'm going to, because I have the spare action point, I'm going to burn Signal Grift on one of these corpses, just to turn off the body timer. And then this is at least a glance. Okay, he's 1 hit now. I just got to make sure I finish the kill, which is going to get a little bit tight, actually. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I might like run to here just to guarantee the shot. It's kind of ugly, but it should work. So if I go as straight forward as I can get within, just about within 5 meters. We just hope it's good enough, I think, because I can't get line of sight with 3. Ooh, I can. Okay. If I do it this way, I think it's very likely it works. I'm basically going 2 coin flips, but I think is actually okay. So you're going to see me, but... Ooh, I barely get back under cover here because he ducks. Okay, this is a guaranteed kill. That's good. Alright, so all the gunfire reports are now gone because he's dead. We send the team forward. This camera likely turns and makes me annoyed, but it is what it is. So yeah, if Linecrawler gets lucky and goes here, it likely won't because I'll go for the camera if it does bounce. We can come across. If it doesn't, we're going to go up this way because I don't want to run through laser wires. Okay, Linecrawler bounced to this one, but not the other. That's fine. No camera is nice, actually. No more dissolve charges, so we just run in a straight line across the map. And our next turn, sure. Nothing else to really bring up here, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to rely on Linecrawler getting any luckier, so let's end that here. I think it is reasonable to let these guards waste their turn, so I'm going to yield down on everyone. Yeah, we're going to go out through the middle here. We're going to get some extra escalation as a result, but it's fine. Because it's going to be a slower path, and there's a lot of devices over there. But I don't think it's a very big deal. Alright, let the guards all waste away. Cool, wonderful. My best gunner is actually my Agent EX Spanner, because he has the Urban Assault, and that gun is great. But, well, okay. We're not really in combat range yet. We don't have any other move speed buffs. There's a lot of these guards here, but they'll be easy enough to deal with. This high ground is actually very safe, Because if they look up, they'll always automatically duck, and this lip here is going to block line of sight really easily. So no major constraints, no major concerns. Yeah, we'll just keep hugging the wall, it's fine. There are quite a lot of guards here. It shouldn't be a big deal. I don't have to go for the optional loot for the host, of course, but I would like to. So I'm generally going to try to do that. Alright, looks like Linecrawler bounced again, and so I could have gone that way as it turns out. But I didn't want to rely on getting lucky there. But yeah, as it turns out, we could have ran this way, and then, you know, done everything else there. Alright, so I wish I had look ahead, but I don't. The tough thing is actually 3 of them are going ahead of some of my teammates. So I'm relying on 2 people to get all the kills, which is, I mean, quite risky. So I think I'm allowed to still let these guards kind of mill about. I think it'll be okay. I think we're all going to be safe here. I don't expect to get jumped on. If I'm wrong, it's going to hurt, but I think we're okay. Yep, you're still standing still. You are running back and forth. Actually makes it easier for us to shoot you. You make it slightly easier as well. Keep the delays going. And the last of them, cool, you're useless, and you're useless, cool. Alright, they're quite useless, that's good news for me. I'm going to try, actually, I don't really, so, I want to throw Toxic Cloud because the damage is going to be nice, but I have to run through here, which makes it, like, delay my gameplay, and I want to end by turn 10. We're not in an immediate rush here, like, it's, actually, I'd have to shoot from back here, that would suck, okay. I'm just going to have you run straight forward, and you just don't get to do anything this turn, it's fine. I think we can very likely get a good amount of damage. So what I want to do, I didn't plan this to turn out correctly. So what I want to do is basically come out here, do really well with the Urban Assault. Problem is, it's loud, right? So the Urban Assault noise radius is 35. So I basically can't shoot these guys and to not get hurt there. So I've got to really choose like how much I'm willing to give away. I think the best option is, yeah, they're all going to turn toward me. They're going to hear the gunfire, and they're all going to see the corpses that I drop. And so we're going to escalate. We're going to escalate anyway. I don't really care what my security level is and how much heat I generate. I want just forward progress because I want to get as many boxes as I can while still getting the money. Because raw cash is very valuable. So we're going to run all the way up here. And we go full auto. It's going to look pretty decent. We're basically putting most of them in the cone. If we ever get a crit, some of them die. Otherwise, just... here's some damage. Now they're all quite low. I get 1 shot left. We'll pick somebody off. I guess we'll pick one that has almost acceptable accuracy. We don't get it. It's fine. Alright, let's go clean up some more. Looks like I can put you here, which puts 3 of them in line of sight. Great. Getting spotted. Whatever. That cone's looking pretty decent. Actually, if I... oh, yeah. I don't believe I can... okay, I can put all 4 in. That's what I want, because there's only 1 bullet each. Let's see how we do. 1... we got 2 of them. Okay. So we've now triggered gunfire alerts twice, so we're guaranteed +4 tally. Looks like you're the best option. Okay, that coin flip we succeeded on. That's nice. 1 fewer guard to report that there's shenanigans, but of course 1 more body to be spotted. Sure. Technically, they're only suspicious, as they have not seen any intruders. They've only heard gunfire. You would see a corpse for sure, but clearing this guy out is still correct. He can... he's going to get seen by the motion sensor. I think that's fine. Yeah, going to there seems acceptable. Oh, that's definitely a kill. Okay, down goes 1. And then, yeah, realistically, I'm not getting much more. I'm just going to go run to this cover here. I could have done it from the start, but whatever. I could have also maybe turned off the motion field, but whatever. It's really, I would say it's generally pretty useful to use your bodyguard units to just grab the boxes. They have, you know, they're pretty low value with guns in the first place, and so letting them be valuable by, like, opening boxes for you is a little bit of free upside. Okay, how worried am I about you? Honestly, if it goes badly, like if there's weirdness, I can always... oh, that was a... okay. I can always use the Cyber Knight stuff to change initiative around. So get reinforcements. They are of middling quality. Actually, Slaggas are pretty tanky. Slaggas are, like, pretty real. They are... yeah. They have some machine guns with whatever. They have solid grenades. They're moderately tanky. We are getting power level 2 enemies finally, which is kind of nice, so that's cool. Yeah, I guess we did get a PLT mission finally, so we have those stats there. Okay, so Keldon could act. I think running up here and shooting twice is totally fine. I think the Cyber can finish the kill. If she can't, we can do other stuff there, but these are going to be relatively accurate shots. I'm actually kind of lucky he got the second one, but I'm going to still run him towards this camera and getting this loot box. Cyber should not have any problems getting this. I'm going to try to get to right there. I want 4 AP while still having the shot. I think it's possible. There we go. This allows me to do something like preempt to reload or something. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess it's just shoot, reload, walk forward, something like that. Oh, I forgot. Shoot. We could have gone this way because my Cyberknight had security scramble. I forgot that I had this for her, so we could have easily knocked these down. So I just forgot about the tools that I had, and that was a mistake. But we knocked down another guard. There's a camera that sees the body, is what it is. How worried am I about you running forward and seeing me? I think it's actually pretty relevant. So I'm going to crouch forward 1 to not trigger this sensor again. I will be in interference spike range. And I can guarantee that the rest of the team is able to act in time. I think that's correct. Maybe it's not, but I like getting my team to, like, go. So, okay, if I run all the way across the map, I can get to the point where I'm in shotgun range. You can see, like, even right here, I'm not in shotgun range, so the best I could do is a Venom Trap, which wouldn't be useful because he would still get to act first. This isn't exactly ideal. I could... Actually, what I'm going to do is Tox Cloud back here. If they group up, they'll get hit by Tox Cloud, and that's going to be, like, moderately useful. I could... No, there's no way I can try for a Brainworm either. I've got basically no gameplay here. So all I'm going to do is basically run up to here and then crouch forward and be like, yeah, my turn sucked. It is what it is. This camera... I guess the fact that it's on this wall means it's never going to turn forward too much. So I can just kind of run up like this, and it is what it is. That's acceptable. It's not great, but it's acceptable. The big thing is actually killing this guy. And if I can't easily kill him, it's going to require... Yeah, so let's... My hacker should be able to complete the job. So I'm going to run up here. And I'm going to, you know, lay waste. This should be at least decent. It's not great, but it's decent. Okay, it was better than decent. He just fragged out. Cool. It was out of earshot range, so pretty reasonable. He's not going to move anywhere. Okay, security AI in your ear. You're going to see a corpse. Yeah, so we turned off the timers, but found the corpses anyway, so it didn't really go great for us. You're doing the same investigations because, of course, there were... I forget what was reported. Oh, there were gunfire reports, right? These two had lived and reported gunfire. All right, so you are going to turn off that camera. Actually, technically, this pressure sensor is worth more. The camera will see this guy once. The pressure sensor will trigger twice. So I'm going to turn that off. Now, there's a chance that it fails anyway because... and I'm going to have you actually run basically in a straight line toward this Matrix host. I still have a few turns. It's actually... There's almost no way I can hack in time. I think I just threw 10k away. Because realistically... If I'd gone this way at the start, I'd be, you know, here and starting the hack, and then, you know, I'd be done by turn 10. But, I mean, I'm not getting there until, right, this is end of turn 4, end of turn 5, end of turn 6, turn 7. Okay, turn 8 I'm leaving. It's like, I have one turn hacking. It's just not really worth it. So I'm just going to run across. We're going to open this door. We're going to grab this loot box. We're going to leave. So we're not getting the host. We're not going to get this box. It is what it is. You know, it's my own fault. I did not plan out the map well enough. I did not remember which tools I had. And so, you know, we lose out here. Is what it is. They actually might end up bypassing Tox Cloud, which is too bad. Yeah, so she saw a body. More reinforcements spawn there. They're going to be even more annoying to deal with. Wildfires are reasonably tanky and quite damaging, so we really can't let them hit. That's the Mohawk character right there. Still a Slaga. So it looks like, yeah, because of a body being seen and because of several people running through security devices, there is a lot of re-navigation by the security AI. So, street vendors basically have high evasion. Pretty useful stuff. Standard SMG. Give me a look at a Slaga a little bit ago. Nothing too special there. But yeah, the wildfires that we have, they have Urban Assaults, which can shoot full auto. That can be really, really threatening. And they come with innately pretty solid armor, so they're pretty tanky, and they have pretty meaningful damage threat. Alright, so the plan is... I mean, I could try to bypass them and not get this box, and we could have the we could, like, go for this door, grab this box, and leave. That's functional. I don't absolutely love it, but it is functional. This camera saw everybody. I should have turned this one off. Oh well. I think it is okay to let them all walk forward. They're not going to be able to engage on us. It's going to take them too much move points, so I think we'll just like let them try to act, and it's fine. I'm going to have him reload and then wait. Actually, I will just have him wait. There's no reason to reload first. You can wait. Let's let these guards all move. You are running up to us, but not very far. I know we're in the open, but again, they can't really reach us on time, so it's not a big deal. Okay. Oh, you're going to see him, but you're not going to have any action points left. Okay. That's real, but we're still fine for now. You're on the way up. Alright, you're the first to move. You found a corpse. You're on the way up. Okay. You're on the way up as well. Unfortunately, actually, no, we can delay appropriately behind the street vendor. Initiative is just high enough. That's good news. You're on the way up. Okay. Must deal with him, because he's in combat. We're going to kill these three anyway, so I think Revolver is actually very reasonable. Good damage. Try again. Nice. Good job. Alright. Well, successful coin flip twice in a row is a positive. I'm going to put you here for 2 more shots. That should be pretty solid. I think we aim... So, first shot's going to suck. Second shot's going to be better. Basically, we're just going to have, you know, recoil troubles, but then we're going to get the recoil back right after. So, first shot sucks. Second shot is playable. Wow, we rolled like the 10% shred chance in this gun. That's, okay, 18%, but still, that's actually pretty lucky. Alright, well, not a ton of ammo left, so it's going to be a little bit tight, but I have, what, 8 action points, so I can do this, which is full auto, reload, full auto. That's pretty decent. You all can see me, fine. Full auto. We get a shred there, we get some okay damage. Actually, the reload, yeah, the reload only costs 2 on an urban. Oh, shoot. We're allowed if they can hear it. I didn't think about that. Oh, well, it's too late now. We've got to commit to the bit. We knock one down. We get some decent damage. Obviously, we're in full combat. I'm going to throw an early Venom Trap to slow them down. If I wanted to, I could Brainworm somebody. I'm not going to. There's only 1 guard left. And if I go to here, you're the only one in earshot range. Shotgun should look decent. If I wanted to go for the shotgun stun, I could. In fact, I might choose to with a... Yeah, so your initiative roll is very good, and I have 50% chance to hit. Oh, no, it's the low roll. Okay, I'm willing to say... Well, here. What I'm probably going to do then instead is run even closer. Run to within 2 meters. And then go either shotgun or... Let's see which one does more damage. The shotgun... Yeah, literally does more damage. Okay, shotgun does more damage for same action points. Shred doesn't matter, but the range stats on this... yeah, optimal range is 0, so... Walk in a melee range, that means I get a guaranteed glancing hit. So, coin flip to deal full damage, coin flip to deal partial. We got full damage, we didn't quite roll the kill, that's fine. I'm just going to basically... yeah, I should have done this sooner. I'm going to run up to here. These things hit me, yeah, whatever. I'm going to turn off this pressure sensor. Could have done it sooner. I'm not claiming I'm playing perfectly here, because I'm definitely not. I'm going to check a theory here. So I'm 5.x meters, and I do get glancing hits. Okay, so glancing hits are guaranteed at 5.99 meters. The close rounds down. Good to know that I can do that in the future, and guaranteed that I'm kind of getting what I want. Yeah, so we're going to open this access door. We're going to grab loot. I'm going to go with the hacker, actually, to make sure this is a little bit safer for him. And then Keldon doesn't need to reload. He can just run straight for the next bit of loot. Got a lot of tally from this pressure sensor or motion field sensor. Again, I really wish I'd gone this way. It was a mistake, but it's too late now. We get reinforcements, but thankfully we are far from them now, and so we can probably evade them fully. Looks like we've got a Slagga, a Street Bender, and a Swordsman. I don't know what the name... Street Samurai? No, it's not the name of it. Street Berserk, there we go. So, they're being sent to intercept. Nice thing is, we're able to clear reinforcements as they spawn, thanks to getting level 3 street guns. These guys are mostly useless. Keldon can go grab this loot box. It's already turn 6, so we're getting pretty close to like being done again. Getting that host is not going to be realistic. 15k, not bad. I guess we could double check what was in these if you want to, you know, make a mental note. Feel free. Okay, cool. Your hunting is useless. We take those. I'm going to open the door for the hacker, and we can just kind of grab the last box and make our way out. So run to the terminal, open the door. Yeah, nothing I have to do special here. Just going to keep running forward. I think we are safe as long as we keep making forward progress. I'm going to put you on the exit and then reload and then just wait. In case we need it for some reason, I don't need to like send myself away early. Hacker can... I guess we should dodge the camera. There's no reason to give away our location. But I'm basically choosing the 50k optional objective over the Matrix downloads. It's probably close, to be honest. But I'm just, you know, even though I sunk the 10k, I think it's fine. I think if this was a higher power level mission, because that loot was higher, I mean, it'd still be close because the pay for this also increases with power level, so I don't really know if there's an obvious breakpoint at which one host plus one box is clearly greater than a, like, reasonably well-rolled secondary. If it was influence, I would always take the secondary. For the money, I think it's actually closer. It's apples to apples, and it's a math problem. I don't know the answer off the top of my head. But I think this is a reasonable choice still. Oh, she ran over a Venom Trap and took some damage. We take those. So yeah, no new info for the AI. I'm just going to leave you here. Guards are useless. They don't know where to look anymore, so we're fine. Yep. Let's put you on the exit. And we've just kind of given them the slip. What it comes down to is we haven't triggered any security devices on that side of the map, except for running over this the one time. And so other than one guard knowing about the pressure sensor, there's nothing to be concerned about, so... Alright, VIP is out. We'll start sending people home who are on that side of the map. We're going to have... Let's see if you can magnet in it. It's going to be close. I'm going to try, but this might not be in reach. Nope, not quite. That's fine. You are going to get out during turn 8. Not bad. Alright, you are clearly getting out next turn. Street Bender is kind of useless. I'm going to leave you still here. I'm going to have you evac. I think we're totally safe at this point. I'm going to skip what the AI is saying. It doesn't matter. Camera seeing me doesn't matter either. And upsell walks onto the square, and that's going to be GG. Alright. Well, not quite straightforward. We've cleared the dangerous zone, but let's keep moving and get farther away. The courier has extracted. Yeah, some mistakes were made. I could have gotten the Matrix host. Oh well. The Las Agalas were on alert for the courier, but we cleared a path. We certainly did. Anyway, data was in good hands with you, Unique. Next to me, the Bodyguard. I know who I will call. So, solid XP here, 65 per person. This early on, it's still half a level or so. We're getting pretty close to the point where that's not going to be true anymore, but for now it still is. 0.17 power level until we hit PL2. We got, we got within 10 turns, so we got 50k. Yeah, base payment was, 230 something. We pay our team off, but pretty good surge. Bodyguard missions definitely are worth quite a lot of money. I would say money per difficulty, Bodyguard missions are probably the single best. Also, the permutations for maps typically also spawn with loot boxes and matrix hosts, so they are highly valuable in that you can get a lot of not only secondary objectives, but you can get tertiary objectives, via all the money you're getting and whatnot. So pretty solid there. I think ultimately I'm not going to be looking to run Loophole Heist during this episode, but I am probably going to try to pop Co-Conspirator as soon as I can. And run another Procton mission and keep trying to force on limit breaks. So first up, though, it's class training time. Let's go spend points with the Cyber Knight. So she's done with that stuff. The options here, basically, to me, for the way I play, there are really only 3 viable options. So up here is a tanking talent, and this one's a tanking talent, and this one's a tanking talent. I try to play the game hitless, so this is basically useless for me. They have not yet added drones meaningfully into the game, so these 2 drone talents are also basically unpickable. Cardio Jolt is again a tanking talent, and the only other option is Ult Pump. But because Ult Pump requires 1, 2, 3, 4 travel nodes to unlock it, it's reasonable when you learn it. Get 2 free action points every 6 turns is okay. The crit chance is also kind of nice. You can bump the durations that you can get here. You can get 2 action points for 2 turns and 25 crit for 2 turns. That's decent. You can also, I mean, the extra armor and health don't matter for me, but like, you know, dropping the cooldown to 4 and bumping the duration to 2. So you have 50% uptime on 2 action points and 25 crit chance. That's like decent. I think it's okay, but there's just other things competing for the points. So realistically, this right side of the tree is just not worth it for me. Most of the middle tree is not worth it for me. I think Steamroll is quite good. When you get a kill, buff your team with a bit of damage, a bit of accuracy, and a bit of move speed. The real benefit is going here and also giving them another 5% damage, but the bigger one is the +1 move point. That is really, really good. And you can put this on every 3 turns, and your Cyber Knight getting a kill is not that unreasonable. So you can go here pretty quickly, and you'd be pretty happy to do so. Downer is happy. If you get enough crit chance on your Cyber Knight, you can spread a bunch of minus evasion and crit chance for your team, which is nice. The fact that you can make the radius quite large, you can get it up to 18 meters. That will easily hit a full pack. And again, hitting a full pack with 15% more damage from evasion, about 50% more damage from crit chance. Yeah, that's like very reasonable to say, hey, if I crit, my party is going to get 30% more damage against the rest of the pack. Is like, that's good. That's very good. It doesn't cost you any action points. The uptime is pretty reasonable with 2 charges and a 4-turn cooldown. Like, you're going to have that pretty commonly. So down is quite good. Steamroll's quite good. Rewind is just awesome. +1 charge is amazing, especially if you're getting more charges of Dissolve, or your hacker's using a bunch of talents. And the last one is Atomic Stutter, which is also really, I think, quite valuable as well. And so really, it's just pick which of these 4 you want to do the most of. The way I feel is that both Rewind and Atomic Stutter are really, really good at just 1 point, and the other 2 need investments. And so what I would rather do on average is push up towards the 2 1-point wonders, and then pick something like Steamroll to flesh out afterwards. So I'm going to path up this way. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to take Rewind. I'm going to take Atomic Stutter. I don't remember exactly what level I get my 7th talent unlocked, but regardless, I'm just going to grab one of these 2 no matter what. And I'll just keep investing in things like plus move point, plus charge, minus cooldown, whatever. And then when I get the other unlock, I'll go Atomic Stutter. I'll keep bumping out Rewind. When I get the points, I'll bump up Steamroll. I'll take the other points here, etc., etc. Anyway, that's the Cyber Knight. For the Agent EX, I've grabbed most of the main stuff now. At this point now, I want to kind of make what I have better. I mean, I'm also at the talent limit, so what I'm going to look for here is probably just investment in Line Crawler. Plus duration is fine. Plus bounce chance can be solid. Alternatives here are making Shadow cheaper and more usable. Alternatives are making Smokescreen free. That's actually a really good one. I don't really want to invest in Signal Grift. I could invest in 1 charge Supremacy. I mean, functionally, this goes from Supremacy pops maybe twice to definitely popping twice and maybe 3 times. So it's almost twice as good. I think these aren't nearly as worth it. 10 accuracy for the turn, just not enough to be worth the point. 15 move speed is okay, but again, it's less reliable. So I'm pretty down to go +1 in Supremacy here. I don't think I would take I don't think I would take cooldown though. I think the value there is much lower. And yeah, I'm still deciding if I want to go for more Line Crawler or if I want to go for maxing out Smoke, or I'm not sure, but something around there. These are anti-drone talents, so I don't care about these, and this is a tank talent, which I don't care about. At some point, I will go into the like dual reload, aim lock, extra automatic area. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but at some point I'll move over this way and make that how I play it. And then play double SMG Agent EX around like level, I don't know, 15 or something. Figure it out later. For the Scourge, though, we've unlocked the talents we care about, so now it's about making them better. +1 charge to Venom Trap is good, although realistically, I'm never taking -1 action point. So I'm going to take this one first so I can unlock a duration and cooldown instead. Or I go into Dissolve. I think I'd actually rather go into Dissolve here to play up the stealth combat section, and I'm relying on my guns more so than everything else to get everything done. Okay, fine. So there's the training being done. Double checking, yeah. Blur hasn't quite leveled yet, so that's not going to be there. At some point, we will hire Rhino. Not happening just yet. What I'm going to do is basically spend money, do base building, and run a co-conspirator mission. Cool. I am happy with plus Tinkerer here, so I have a talent here, which says, hey, if you don't like your limit break options, feel free to pop this and get another look. But I actually like... the only thing otherwise I would go for is loyalty, but I am happy with +1 tech here from Tinkerer. Very rarely I will fight drones, and so actually there, you know, can be useful, but obviously I don't care about minus discontent. He's not discontent really at all. This is just strictly better than plus tech, so obviously great option. Ooh, we've already had this thing pop. Okay, so Origami Joe, someone is shadowing his shipments in the under. I need your help to keep the guns flowing. So we've got a sort of legwork kind of thing going on. I want to wait until this guy is done being injured and I can treat him. So I'm going to take a little bit of time. Interesting. He's injured for 0 hours and... Oh, it's right here. There it is. Okay, I'm griefing. Yeah, 25k in 4 days. We're going to do that. Okay, cool. That's fine. It's like a small timeline bug. He's probably going to be sent on this, by the way, but for now it's okay. So I've got some open tasks here again. So I can go ahead and, now that I've put these things in, alright, I can't bump field ops until we get the nano scrubber upgraded. So I've got to go here and get this so that I can get field ops. I guess what I could do instead is just throw Underworld in. Problem is Underworld doesn't need cooling, and I just spent all that here, so slightly awkward to be in this spot where I guess I kind of didn't realize that if I want an early Command HQ 2, I actually can't get Command HQ plus field ops, so I'm pretty sure I made mistakes in my early build order. I've got to figure out how to do a better job at this one. I do like, in a game mode where you have full money, getting 3 like builders instantly is pretty worthwhile, but it means I should be doing something like dig out Nano Scrubber +1 to the right, and go for like Underworld Hub right away, because the Underworld Hub doesn't need Nano Scrubbing. And the hacking station even needs very, very little. And so something like, oh, actually, you know, don't bother going too hard here. What you're actually going to do is like Command HQ, Nano Scrubber 1, start Nano Scrubber 2, build Underworld Hub, set up these 2 rooms, get ready to build hacking, and then like whenever Nano Scrubber is done, put in field ops. That probably is going to be slightly better. So note for the future. Anyway, workers are all going. I don't think there's anything I really need to... I guess I can mint these combat gang memes, so great. Not used by a set. We can make some money here. Dance Hall can pay me. Great. I just realized I got some influence from selling a file set. That's actually useful. Dance Hall is now close to limit breaking. That's good. If I don't have any accounts, and I don't believe I have anything that she would buy. Yeah, no one buys this either. And everything else I actually still want to keep, so... This is all fine as it is. I might actually sell this. I don't need the money right now, though, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I want this wound to be recovered so I can send him on legwork. That's kind of the goal here. I also, at some point, want to upgrade my barracks so I can have the space to hire everyone else that I care about. So, and again, co-conspirator in 5 days. Highland break for you. Secretive seems kind of mediocre, plus evasion seems kind of bad. +1 will is pretty bad here as well, so what I'm probably going to do is actually use the talent here, do the reroll. I'm down for loyalty. Yeah, loyalty is pretty solid. If you get loyalty to 60, it basically, I think it's at 60, 70, and 90, I want to say are the numbers. The amount of hype they end with after limit break is higher, and so you can functionally get more total limit breaks by going for early loyalty upgrades. So that can be reasonable. Let's keep going forward. Right, everyone height limit breaks. Digital Rush is pretty solid. These are, I don't ever want to go for time limited ones. That's not worth it. So +2 Matrix AP is totally fine. We'll take Digital Rush. Alright. Octane, you don't have any traits anyway, so we'll just say you can pay more for missions. That's fine. I don't care. We can get a proc gen legwork here from Dr. Ash. The fact that I'm actually getting... It's getting a little bit tight in terms of like mercenary availability means I'm just going to go ahead and hire now. Well, okay. Realistically, I should pop co-conspirator first, run the mission, get paid, and then immediately go and... Did I wait too long? No. 9 days still. Okay, yeah. Once I run the proc-gen legwork, or once I run those things and like get Loophole Heist going and whatnot, then it'll be okay. But yeah, I will need people for running all this legwork that I've got here, but for now it's fine. As I try to balance all my mercenary stuff. Okay, cool. I can finally go build my field op center. It only costs 40k. It's really good. I think this is, I would argue, the most powerful early game building, or room, whatever. I really, really like it. I think it's very, very good. I think it's very effective. I'm going to start getting this room ready for the Underworld hub. So I'm going to put power wires in. The next choice basically is, do I want to go for barracks early? Because I only have room for one more recruit here. And I think I actually want to grow the party relatively. I mean, I don't need to, but I think it's good to. That seems kind of weird. I don't know. I'm going to choose to grow the barracks. So I'm going to go pay for extra power and then upgrade it. I just want to, like, it's going to give me less money, but I just want to have the big enough roster to be able to swap people around and feel okay about it. But realistically, it's going to be a while until I can get a sim trainer or a sim detox. So I'm not sure I'm making the right choices. It is what it is. Anyway, once he's done being healed, he's going to be freed up and available for legwork, and that's going to be the important thing. And also, Co-Conspirator's ready. Okay, so what I'm probably going to do is actually, assuming Dance Hall is ready, yeah, I'm going to have Dance Hall rock Co-Conspirator. I'm going to sort by influence. Yeah, so I'm just going to bump her to 90 with this. We're going to rock Co-Conspirator, and we're going to get her to limit break, and I'm going to move toward having high-quality cyber decks. That will be useful. I'm going to like doing that. And so, yeah, that's the play. All right, so, Dancehall, we just worked with you. Let's work with you again. Co-Conspirator. We can work out a mutually beneficial agreement. All right, so on my timeline, she has a CPU spike. Alrighty. I've got the cords of one of Warner Braun's new quantum relays, prime target for spiking CPU to deploy a little virus. They should number of entangled quantum endpoints and hardened relays. They have to deploy. It's a hacker's dreamscape. Every time they lay a new node, they're opening up another attack vector. And in the mess of background radiation, quantum interference, and other corpse broadcasting quantum countermeasures, who's going to notice a little matrix breach? If you infiltrate early, you can dig your claws in for life. Exactly. The Warner Braun Global Matrix Security Team is likely to catch most attempts to deploy a worm, but some will be missed. Might be able to make the hack for you then. Yep, she has offered a CPU spike job. One of our hackers must solo a matrix host and spike its CPU. Great, perfect. I like solo CPU spikes. They are quick. They work pretty well. The pay is alright here, and they pretty recently made a change where the power level gain of running solo CPU spikes is much lower. The complaint I had earlier was that because team power level is the primary driver of how hard missions are and like actual game progress, unlocking harder enemies, unlocking harder missions, literally the stat profile of the enemies you're against. It's also the rewards in the missions, but it's the primary game like vertical progression vector. If you run a solo matrix hack, only your hacker is gaining any XP and hype or whatever, and if it gave the same power level as like a mission with 4 people on it, you are progressing more slowly relative to like the actual game progressing. And so I'm glad they changed this to where matrix missions are going to give less power level. That's good. Anyway though, since I have some money, what I want to do, even though we're going to limit break relatively soon, I actually want to buy a better cyber deck here because they can actually use it for quite a while. My experience has been that you can kind of sit on a level 2 cyber deck for a while, and then you like wait until like power level 4 or 5 to upgrade again, and that is worth making this bump. And you actually really want the upgrade in just like the overall upgrades this provides. So the other thing you can do is also get a slightly better program here. So I'm a big fan of getting Scan 2. It requires more IO, but it is overall much more action point efficient. And so this, oh, I don't have money, so never mind. It's not going to matter. Normally, though, it would matter here. Okay, well, what we're going to do. Oh, cool. Cool. So we have another mercenary now on potentially hired. So I'm glad I'm going for the barracks here because both this sniper and this vanguard are now going to be hireable, and I'm going to need space for them. Anyway, what I'm going to do though is switch the deck out. When it comes to the normal program, it's not a big deal. Don't have really any money right now. It's fine. I don't need it really. But what I want to do though is definitely run this mission. The plus 10 influence is already here for Dancehall, so Dancehall is going to go to 90. Okay, wonderful. If not for that, she would have been locked at 70 before, because I'm not getting the other real plus 10. Again, he's got a cyber deck. He's ready to go. Let's go ahead and rock this mission. Should be relatively straightforward. Let's hope. This terminal has the matrix cores plugged in for the target matrix relay. I'm ready to hack. If I need some pre-hack juice, I better take it now. If you can't pull it off, head for the exit and get out of there. Someone on the team will pick you up. You know what to do, upsell. Jack in and get cutting. Ethereum stable, dropping in. Alrighty, so I have 4 turns. It's a relatively chill node. It's green. Which layout you get is random, but technically layouts themselves are non-random. If I had it memorized, I would know what every single node was. Not what ice is on them, but what the nodes themselves actually are. Ultimately, taking a loop and then heading back out seems to be the right way to go about this. I'm going to take the loop, go up and back, and then out here. We'll just start by going to the right. It doesn't really matter. It's all, at this point, symmetrical. I will preload disarm. I'm pretty sure I'll make use of it. I drop that. We know nodes like these never have traps. Okay, we have now found a CPU because we scanned it, it wasn't revealed. So walk over, hit null op. Looks like that cleared about everything. Have to reload scan, spike it. And that is the mission complete. Great. Digital destruction, I am. CPU's been spiked, virus has been deployed. Well played, now let's get you out of there. Mission will end when the time limit ends or upsell walks to the exit zone. You may continue the hack if you want to take the risks. So ultimately, we now know that these are 2 docile nodes, and these can never have downloads on them, so there's no reason to walk through them, to use our programs on them, or to even pay them a visit. So let's go back the way we came. And we can see now that there are indeed downloads of value up here, and there's maybe something of value over there. So because I know I'm walking here, and I might not walk here, I'm going to go left first, because if this is a useless node, I'll just immediately turn around, and I have to like walk less overall. So plus AP, get rid of you. All right, so there is stuff I care about. Now, there may or may not be trap ice here. There's probably not, but I don't know for sure. What I'm going to choose to do, I'm going to make some quick checks here. So yeah, the minimum damage here is 45, and these don't have 45 health. So I'm going to choose to kill them. Because if there is a trap, I will likely kill the trap as well. With null op. Because since this is already pre-revealed, if I scan from the outside, it will reveal traps. So there might be traps. There's probably not, but null op guarantees it clears. I only have 3 action points left. I can end my turn on the firewall. It's fine. Turn 1 done. And then I have enough stuff to walk forward and be reasonably comfortable. Go here. Drop the sleaze. I know I'll need sleaze again. Scan. There is a trap on the outside. We're going to escalate soon. It should be fine. If you use a program, steal AP. Okay. +1 overclock is not a big deal. Get rid of you. Take the downloads. And the host is done. We got our downloads here. We got our downloads here. We got our mission complete. We got what we wanted. We can disconnect. These are usually pretty simple and straightforward if you understand matrix mechanics and you invest in hacker talents themselves. We got what we came for. Out we go. It's done. Nothing survives the spike. CPU's been spiked. Virus has been deployed. Within a heartbeat of the clock, let's get you out of there. I'm gonna ditch this hacker's hideout before you get pinged and things heat up. Alrighty. Oh, victory is ours. We get 100,000 minus, I guess, taxes for my team. Still, though, pretty good overall. Gain a little bit of power level. And again, Dance Hall should have got 20 influence, not 10. But I'm pretty sure that's still how that went. Should all be fine. A little bit of XP, only for him, of course. Still in for level up, though, which is cool. And then even if Dance Hall is only at 80, like if it's bugged. Wow, it actually was bugged. Okay, I'm going to report that. Okay. We'll put it medium because it's actually gameplay impacting. Dance Hall did not get the influence from either co-conspirator or let me double check what it's actually called. Or dealmaker. Okay, so Dance Hall was at 70 influence. Used Co to spawn a mission. She did not jump to 80. The mission said it was going to give 20 influence on the pre-mission screen. But the post-mission screen only said 10 influence. And indeed, how am I phrasing this? only gained 10 and is now sitting at 80. I could double check from the footage that she was at 70 before we hit Co-Conspirator, but I'm like quite certain. I guess I could be wrong, but either way. Alright, that's fine. We send the bug report in. She's going to limit break relatively soon. We hope we get Cyber extra programs. It'd be positive if so. Otherwise, I'm probably not spending the favor, because favors for Wireghosts are useful. They are one of the only, like, currently meaningfully useful favor currencies in the game. Alright, so let these things finish up. He's going to recover from his wound relatively soon. We're going to build our Underworld hub. It's expensive, but it's worth it. He recovers. Okay, now that he has recovered, I'm actually going to go in, and I'm going to hire people right now. So I am going to hire Rhino first, because she's due in 6 days. And the reason I'm going to hire her is because we've got these legworks coming up, and I want to make sure we can complete them with the right staff for the job. And Rhino could be the right staff for the job here. So I made my offer. Now you have to decide. Welcome to the team, Rhino. Alrighty. So Rhino is on the team. As with any time you get a new character, you should instantly respec them. So welcome to the Cyber talent tree. For the strongest talents, Strike Zone and JTAC are truly incredible. I think they are very, 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 very good, and you should get them. I think if you're going to use a sniper rifle at all, you should clearly get Skull Shot. I think it is decent to get Rapid Ready. I think Nest is quite good as a damage talent. I think Empty Lung is good alongside Nest to make sure you don't lose the Nest buffs. Fleeting and Quiet Kill are relatively hard to get to, but they're pretty solid damage upgrades as long as your enemies aren't in full combat already. And you can get this for 2 turns, which is pretty reasonable. 3-turn cooldown, 2 turns up. This is a solid amount of overall crit chance to accuracy. Right, this is very much not bad. Fleeting is kind of in a similar boat. You can get 2 charges, 4-turn cooldown. Yeah, you can get, move points and move speeds and solid accuracy. Like, these are pretty decent, right? If you're running on the map and kind of going quietly. I think Zeroed Sights is pretty bad. A little bit off the range just is not good enough. It's like an occasional small accuracy bump and just not worth it, IMO. Weak Point is definitely really good damage as well. It can help guarantee you kill the one guy you care about. It's still, like, the upgrades are only 5% ballistic pure, like, per point, which isn't amazing, but it's still a decent damage bump here. You get yourself to, like, what, 40% pure and 20% with drones. It's fine. Anyway, though, Death Watch is awesome. You should get Death Watch. Skull Shot is awesome. You should get Skull Shot. The things that I think are OP and should be nerfed are Strike Zone and JTAC, so per the Challenge Run rules, I'm not learning these talents. So I will be very sniper focused. This character will be Sniper Rifle Revolver for sure. I will be going for Nest plus Quiet Kill plus Empty Lung plus Fleeting plus Rapid Ready. So I think ideal pathing, right? You want as few travel nodes as possible. Well, it's only 1 travel node between all of these. This is actually pretty good over here. Then once I'm here, what's the best pathing? Well, it's not probably down through here to go back up. That would be silly. This passive extra item carry does not count as -1 talent when you initially load it. But you still have to spend the extra 3 points to get the +1 item, so probably not going to happen here. But it does mean that I could go, functionally 1, 2, 3 travel nodes and reach Quiet Kill as well as Nest. That's not bad, right? 3 travel nodes to reach what you're going for. The alternative, though, is go up through Hit Streak. 1, 2, 3 travel nodes. This is assuming I actually want Hit Streak, of course. But I think I am pretty willing to learn that. I think going through here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 isn't great. So, yeah, what I want to do is basically go up through here and then go up through this way. I'm not going to learn Empty Lung until I've already got Nest, so I don't want to go too far. But I think it's Hit Streak, up, here. I can train 2 more talents. And so it's basically I think no matter what, I'm always getting Rapid Ready. And then it's either into Fleeting or into Quiet Kill. So Fleeting is 10% accuracy and move down to Hunted in case you were above that. Quiet Kill is more stats overall. And then this one actually can pretty reliably go up to +1 turn, and so is sort of easier to invest in, if that makes sense. This travel node kind of sucks, but whatever. So I'm actually going to try saying, hey, let's just go and learn Quiet Kill. And then I haven't tried this before, but I'm going to try just like bumping Quiet Kill to like max power and saying, hey, I'm going to kill guards, right? they're going to be unaware suspicious a lot of the time. So I have to kind of one-shot them, right? Because if I shoot them and they don't get one-shot, they become alert and there's no longer triggers. But if I get the kill and I've got what I want, I get a ton of accuracy and a ton of crit chance, which means... And it's going to carry over to the next turn as well. So I'm like pretty clearly going to find somebody else to go chase down. So I think this is a pretty reliable like damage carryover skill, and I'm pretty happy with this. The reason I like never run it is because, well, you go JTAC Strike Zone, and if you're power gaming, you then multi-class into Soldier and get even stronger. Just like it's just actually stronger. So Nest is innately lasts only 2 turns. I think you often won't get value out of turn 3, turn 4. However, you want +1 duration, or sorry, +1 charge pretty reliably. The damage is really decent, right? 5 ballistic as extra as pure. For multiple turns instead of for 1 shot, right? This upgrade is for 1 shot, gain 5 ballistic as pure. This is for multiple turns, gain 5 ballistic as pure. Yeah, okay, you have to like not then further move, but again, you can literally use Nest for 1 shot, right? So again, I think these nodes are like pretty weak. Again, I think Rapidity is solid. I don't really recommend investing further in Skull Shot. It's just a nice to have once in a while. Yeah, 6-turn cooldown kind of sucks, but like, if you could spend the 4 points here to get it about twice as often. 4-turn cooldown second charge is going to be about twice as good as 1 turn, 1 charge 6 cooldown. But why spend 4 points to double the power of Skull Shot when I can spend points doing other things? It's kind of how I feel about it. Maybe that's incorrect, but it's how I feel. Ultimately, I'm mobile enough here that I don't really want plus duration hit streak, and I don't really want plus duration on Nest either. I'll hop it for the 1 turn and feel good about it, but I'm going to go in other places. So with this invested and this moderately invested, I think plus accuracy on Deathwatch is not unreasonable to help kind of guarantee that I'm not going to miss those shots. Plus charge here also, again, not unreasonable. But I think I'm going to start by just saying, hey, let's just move and be close to fleeting, so as soon as we get the new talent, we can have it. I think that's fine. I don't know if it's actually the best path I could possibly take, but whatever. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start our new legworks. Underworld Hub is going to be done in about 3 days, so this should time out reasonably well here. So I would say let's maximize the chance our Underworld Hub is going to be valuable, and I'm going to let this tick down to 0 seconds. We're running short on time for Loophole Heist. It's going to be fine. Remember, your loan hangs in the balance. Forgiveness isn't cheap and isn't free. I need you to hit the finance relay. Haste makes mistakes in our line of work. We'll move when our plan is flawless. I'm not one to wait when I want something. I'm not one to wait when I want something. Time is short, unique. Yeah, well, we still got 4.5 days. Should be no problem. I'm not going to risk anyone's life here. No one's going to be taking damage. It's going to be fine. Power supply is in. And that means we can bump the barracks, and by the time the barracks is done, we can hire the Vanguard. Cool. That's positive here. And then once basically these become close to done, and we've got these things popped, we'll run a mission and, you know, make sure that we've got money coming in to feel good about that going forward. Alrighty, so here we go. I've got some trouble on one of my gun routes. Someone is shadowing the smugglers, scouting out their route. It's too pro to be some Slaga gang lowlifes, and I can't afford a mess right now. So, the job offer is to wipe these shadows off the map. I don't have that kind of money for this little problem. There are other ways you could make it worth our time. We're in business, the 3 of us. You've got a vested interest in seeing these weapons flow. I'm not asking much. Step in on this one, and I'll owe you a favor. You can cash it in when you're ready, and you know I'll be worth it. Or, it will be worth it, sorry. Hey, one of your crew, someone who they'll know is a real professional, to guard the shipments for a time. If you refuse to help Origami Joe, or if you refuse to help, Origami Joe will cut it off for a little while, but not forever. We're too good of a customer for that. If we help, we earn a favor. Favors are a powerful currency in the Underworld network we can cash in later. Okay. Unders know someone place who would know how to track your team. Someone who knows what they're doing down here. These routes are treacherous. The team is made up of 4 or 5 carrying backpacks on a 4-mile slog. Route passes 100 meters below the dome's footing at Fort Point. Some of it is crawl space, and some of it is swimming. Not a random voyeur, then. Appreciate the snark. See why I need your help? We can ask about legwork. I understand how legwork works. So, as a favor to you, we might lend an experienced hand. So, our best person here is Sprinkle, who is a door kicker. So, anyone who's got, like, is in a combat class is able to run this at, like, fairly low levels of value. But Sprinkle, because he has a specific combat-focused trait, the trait gives him a substantially higher success rate here, which is pretty positive. And so we'll take that and say, yes, please. We'll send him on this for 7 days, so goodbye to our Scourge shotgunner. Good to be in business with you. Time to break the news to Sprinkle. So that's it. Look nasty, babysit some weapon mules. Bit more to it than that. I see. Swim, crawl, and muck under the dome for a week. Join a merc company, they said. Neither of us are in the mood to hear complaints, Sprinkle. Alright, alright. It's gotta be worth something to you. Look at my kit and change of clothes. I guess I'm going caving. Stay sharp. What started as a fun bit of spelunking could get ugly fast. Alright, 65% chance. It's due in 7 days. Let me double check who I'm going to run for Loophole Heist right now. Dealmaker's double, of course, already on. I have no money. I don't need calibration leak, I don't think. I'm not going to run it until next time, but yeah, so we have our hacker, we have our agent EX, we're going to have probably Rhino, actually. Oh no, Rhino won't go because she hates D-Cartel. Right. That makes sense. Of course she wouldn't work for Octane. So Rhino can't go. Egress, of course, could. So Rhino's the only one eligible for the next legwork. Let's see if she is. So, Dr. Ash, I need one of your mercs on a legwork. Help me collect on some debtors who are trying to stiff me. They need to remember, if I patch them up or put chrome in them, they owe me money. This isn't a UNA clinic for gray carders or something. I see how I could put fear into back into a few of them, where we get around quickly that a Cyber Knight is collecting for you. Honestly, we don't have to do that much. Rumors about my clinic run wild enough as it is. So, she's not offering to pay us. It's too small for a payment. You barely lift a finger. And I'm good for my favors. It's worth getting around that you've gotten soft. It's growing pains. I'm swimming in a larger pond, and some of those fish want to test out their teeth on me. I'm climbing, not getting all mushy on the inside. Alright, who can we send? Well, thankfully we can send Rhino. It's a coin flip here. So, we have a risk of injury here. Unfortunately, Sprinkle's already busy, but he's on the more important mission. So, we can send Rhino here. Slightly higher chance here. Ultimately, if we get lucky, right, and it works, we get favors, we get influence. Overall, pretty reasonable here. Probably going to enjoy this too much. Remember, Choppa, I still want them as customers, remember? Alrighty. So, yeah, I'm going to guess tick down until the Underworld Hub is done, and we'll be able to see the results of this legwork, and then next episode will be Loophole Heist. Sounds good to me. Wireghost Limit Break is in. We do not have a charge of Puppet Master. We could get more money for files, or I can hope that trading the favor gives us the service that I want. I'm not willing to cash in this favor. We're just going to take the trait upgrade. It's not great. I'd much rather have better programmed Cyberdecks, but it is what it is. It's, you know, it is what it is here. So, we let time tick forward. Underworld Hub is done. We can now start cashing in these legwork tokens to make our legwork work better. I'm going to cash in both of them right now, since we have 3 active legworks here. This one... Ah, darn. You know what's funny? Oh well. It is what it is. This is useful at some other point in time as well. We've got some other proctored missions. We've got this recruit here in waiting. I'm going to get ready for my hacking station here, so I'm going to put in power. I have basically no money left. Loophole Heist is due in 1 day, and I'm going to be running that. And then we'll have all the other stuff pop during that as well. So I'm going to make my extra save here. And next episode, we're going to be running the Loophole Heist to expel our debt with Octane. We'll get a good amount of influence here, which will be nice and fun. And, yep, we'll make sure he has a good loadout. We'll have that for next time. Don't worry. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.